Hi, it's Martin and welcome to another video on my Knit365 YouTube channel. Today's video is one of my weekly blogs where I chat about all the things I've got up to in the last week. I've done a fair bit of knitting in the last week, but what I thought I would do slightly differently for this one is we'll do one of our follow our weekend videos. So it is currently Friday night. It is 6 o'clock. I have a beer. Cheers, everybody. Very badly poured by Mark. There's no head. It's fine. Yeah, I've done a lot of knitting in the last week. I finished my Knit along. If you were here last week, I set myself 2 goals for the coming week. And I finished, tick, my Knit along, and I've started the next bit on my exploration station. Also another tick. But we have nothing to do this weekend. Work for both of us has been insanely busy. Like, I've had a couple of nights this week when I've just sat on the sofa. So we are doing nothing this weekend. We have changed our plans and we're going for the self-care weekend. So rather than me just chatting on Sunday about where I've got to on projects, because I'm really only going to knit on one project now this weekend, what I thought I would do is just take you through our stay-at-home, comfy, cozy weekend. So as I said, it's nearly 6 o'clock on Friday night. I finished work. We've grabbed a bit of food shopping. Mark's going to do some cooking and some baking over the weekend. I'm going to do some knitting, a few household chores, that kind of thing. But we're not really going out. I have to go out on Sunday night because I've got a band rehearsal. But if I didn't have to go to band, it's one of those, we've shut the door on Friday and we're not going out till Monday. It's going to be one of those weekends. So I thought I would just do a very quick introduction. And rather than just doing me sitting and chatting in front of the camera for half an hour, I'll take you through my let's stay at home and see what happens all nice and cozy. So the project I'm going to be working on is my exploration station. I'm going to be coy and I'm going to leave it like this for a minute because I need to go and start the next section of the shawl. So very quick intro. I've got my beer. I need to go and sit down and just be in the moment with Mark, catch up on the week and all of our news and do some knitting and some crafting. And I'll be back with you in a little bit and I'll just film snippets of my weekend and I'll edit the bits together and then that will be the form of this video that you are now watching on Monday night. So we'll take you through our cozy plans and I hope that you enjoy. Grab your project, grab your knitting, crochet, spinning, weaving, whatever it is that you're working on. Comfy chair, grab a drink. If you're new here and this is the first video, hi, I do these fairly regularly where I try and film a video every week, but I sometimes just film bits of my day-to-day and what we get up to and how I fit my crafting in. And that's going to be one of these videos. If you're here for more of a chatty, just me in front of the camera, hop back to last week's, which was a really chatty video where I talked about everything I got up to in January. If you're a returning viewer, of course, hi, welcome. Thank you for giving me more of your time today. Hopefully you enjoy a bit of life, general, behind the scenes shenanigans. Maybe a couple more beers. It definitely looks like cider, doesn't it? It's definitely beer. One of those Mexican beers that you put lime in. It's that brand. So yeah, I've got a gift to show, not a gift, I've got some fibre to show you later. We had some deliveries this week. Ooh, so stay tuned for that as well. So I'm going now. There's a very short introduction. I'll be back to chat at some point about something. I don't know what. Stay tuned. Hello, hello. Right, time check. So you've just seen this morning. It's now, I can't see on the clock on the oven because there's a timer on it. I think it's about 5 o'clock. I'm not going to lie. We've done nothing. I say that. Mark has made a massive pot of ragu. Oh, the flat smells lush. I'll show you in a bit. Pork mince, beef mince, celery, carrots, onions, garlic, tomatoes. So having bolognese for tea. We've not really done anything. We needed a day like this of nothing. I'm also not going to lie. I've had a power nap. I was sitting on the sofa and saying to Mark, I might need a nap. So he made lots of jokes and called me a pensioner. I'm not mad. Yeah, work has been busy, but I was awake at 7:30. That wasn't too early. So as at 5 o'clock, I'm now on the final section of my exploration station. And, or I can take you to show you. It's blocking. So the hibernate along is blocking. It's had a little bath and we've pinned it out. I'll show you it properly tomorrow now because it's starting to get dark outside, so it's not a great light for filming. But let me show you my exploration station. So the last time you saw this last week, or the time you saw this last week was, I think I was down here somewhere. I found a drop stitch. Weirdly, I don't know why there's a drop stitch there because it's not a knit two together yarn overlay one, but there was a drop stitch. So I saw it and quickly rescued it. So I'll need to secure that at some point. But yeah, look. These rows were really weird. You knit a row and then like brioche, instead of turning it, you slid the stitches down and knit it again with, so I knit it in colour B, slid it all the way to the end and then knit again in colour D. And then you then did the same thing. On the wrong side, you knit a row and then you slid it back and you knit a row again. And it gives this really weird, like striping effect. I quite like it, it's really nice. And also very appreciative of just very simple garter stitch. I just realised this was dangling without stitch stoppers and went up to like 400 and something stitches. So I needed to grab that so they didn't fall. So yeah, it gives this like really weird, it's like stitch pattern. So yeah, I'm really happy. Really, really, really happy. I love it. It's a big shawl again. I can't really show you because it's all bunched on the needles. But it's looking, if I do say so myself, it's looking very grand. So, as at 5 o'clock now tonight, I've only got 14 rows left to go. That's 7 knits and purls, because you know I like to do them in pairs. So you have to do the first lot to establish the pattern. We are creating yarn over holes here, and then we're going to do that for 7 rows. So, might have a glass of wine. We're having pasta for tea, so you feel like you've got to have a glass of wine. You can see the bags under my eyes. Look how old I look now today. Ooh. So this evening, we're going to continue watching Yellowstone, I'm assuming. Mark?
Yeah.
Yeah. We're watching Yellowstone. We are on the last episode of season 3, I think, and then we've got season 4 to go. So we won't finish them this weekend, but we're enjoying it very much. So I'm going to carry on with this. I've got 14 rows to go. So I'll check in maybe a little bit later on and just see how much progress I've made. But I'm away with work next week, which is partly why we're having a lazy weekend and doing nothing. And I'm away Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and I don't get home based on my train and my diary. I don't get home until 10:30 Wednesday night. Thursday, I'm in the office. Friday, we go to Unravel. So what I would love to do is get this finished and bound off by tomorrow night so it can be blocked while I'm away, even if it means, because I've got ends, even if it means I haven't sewn in the ends. I know there's some people that like to block then sew in ends, and others sew in ends and then block. That's usually what I do. But it would be amazing. My stretch target still is to get this finished and bound off by tomorrow night so I can block it before I go away. We'll see. Place your bets. Is this going to get finished? This video is getting finished about 8ish tomorrow night, so I can then finish editing it or start editing it together. So I'm going to go back to my shawl. We're going to go and watch some food. We're going to have some food and watch some telly. Very tired here today. So yeah, glass of wine. I'll spin you around in a bit, show you some bolognese in a minute that we're going to use. Is it a recipe that you use or one that you've made up, please? People all ask.
It's probably a variation of a recipe.
A variation of a recipe. So you've taken a recipe and you put your own spin on it?
Yeah.
Okay. People might ask. We'll put it in the description box below what the recipe is. Maybe. I'll ask him, I'll see if he can find it. We'll put it in. Right, we're going to go. Let's have a glass of wine and do some more knitting. How long has this been simmering for? 6 hours?
About 7.
Lovely, lovely, lovely. Big old pot of ragu. Good morning, good morning. So it is, I say good morning, it's now afternoon. It's 12 o'clock. So I was awake early. I don't have the claw. I worked it out. I did about 8 hours of knitting yesterday. Super lazy day. We sat down, sofa each. I did some knitting and we watched Yellowstone. So we are on season 4 now. Obsessed with it, love it. And we just discovered that season 5, because we're watching it on Netflix, and season 5 is actually now available on Paramount. So we can watch season 5. We thought we were going to have to stop after 4, but no, we don't. So yeah, I was worried that I would wake up this morning like with a claw because I did lots of knitting, but I did some stretches and I pushed against the wall. And so I've tried to like keep my hands moving and have lots of breaks in between. I can't really show you necessarily. Oh, I can hold on to, I'm mid-row. And we just had to stop in the TV. So I thought I'd just hop on and show you my progress from yesterday. So this is the reverse side, but I got to, I did 3 repeats on the border. So this is 6 repeats. So I'm on the last repeat. So with a very strong chance of a couple of hours of extra knitting before I go to band, this will be finished. It will be finished now in the next hour, I think. I've just got one more row. I've got 2 rows to go, a knit and a purl. Or a knit and a knit, actually. And then just a bind off. So I'm really hoping I can get this bound off tonight. I probably won't get it bound off before I go to band, but I can get it finished before I go away with work tomorrow, because then the hybrid knit along is nearly dry. And because this is 100% wool, it's going to take longer to dry. I was planning on trying to get this finished for Unravel and then not blocking it. But it's Sunday, I'm away for 3 days, so 100% wool, it will take a longer time to dry. But if I can get this blocked tonight, or I get up early, my train is like 6:30 tomorrow morning, so I need to just allow time to just pin it out. It doesn't need a big block, there's not a lot of lace, but all of these points need pinning. So if I can get this block in before I go away with work, it should be then done. I'm not going to do and worry about the ends. As I said earlier, I will just block it and then I'll sew the ends in. I can do that in the hotel. So yeah, just checking in. I woke up, I've had some coffee. I've written tomorrow's written blog, which goes up on Substack. If you don't follow me over there, link below, go and check out the written blog. Today, this week's is all about crafting, mental health and the benefits of. It's been a crazy time at work and knitting's definitely helped. Not saying anymore, go and read the blog. So yeah, we are going to carry on watching telly. Few chores to potted around. I'm not worried about packing. I've got to do all that. I'll do that when I come back from band tonight. We're going to have a roast chicken in a bit, so maybe film a little bit. Just to add as well, all that pasta you saw last night, we made more. So that Mark's got pasta for tomorrow while I'm away. So we're going to turn that into a pasta bake. So we didn't eat all of that pasta, I promise. We did eat all the garlic bread. But if you look at that and go, that was a big portion. It was a big portion. He made extra and he just dished it up into a bowl. So that's now ready to make a pasta bake. We like to make one meal and then use it multiple ways. So I forgot to say that actually. No, we don't have that big portions. Mark has a bigger portion than a normal person for Italian. I think he's got hollow legs when it comes to pasta. But it was really lovely. So, right, the more I'm sitting chatting to you, the less time I'm doing on this. So I'll be back hopefully in a bit and we can start the bind off. Hello. Right, time has got away with me. It's 5 o'clock. Contact lenses in, reading glasses, cornet. I'm off to band. I have finished my shawl. Whoop, whoop, whoop. My hands feel a bit like crabs and my eyes have gone a bit squiffy, but I have finished the shawl. It is bound off and I've started the sewing in of the ends. So the plan, taking my coat off. I can't drive in a coat. Anyone else feel that? I'm off to band. Fingers. And then when I get home, the hibernate along is nearly dry. I think it is dry. It just feels a little bit cold to touch, but we're convinced it's dry. So when I get home from band, I'm going to unpin that one and then pin out the exploration station. And that's probably going to be the end of this video. So stay tuned for a moment because I might take you to band. We'll see. I am taking you to band, but I might film some stuff. We'll see what rehearsal's like. Yes, the day's definitely got away with me, but I feel proud chef's kiss that I finished 2 shawls in February and actually 2 shawls in like a week. Granted, I did most of the knitting in January, so that is a win. But yes, it's done. I've now got to go to band and play, which might be good exercise for my hand, because they're definitely sore. I probably knit 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Stop for dinner. I've probably done another 6 to 7 hours of knitting today. So that was about 8 hours yesterday. Don't recommend it. Not good for your hands. Good if you're up against a deadline though, which I am. Segue. I've now got to go to band, otherwise I'm going to be late. Yeah. Hello. I'm home from band. You've literally just seen the footage that I took. That was it. It was quite a focused rehearsal. So yeah, no real band footage, I'm afraid. So it is currently 20 to 9. Let me get the tripod and I will show you the unblocked shawl. And then I'm going to have to block it. So I wouldn't usually show you this like this because it's unblocked, but I feel like I'm going to. Special behind the scenes moment. So you've seen this section with the wedges. And then the wedges became the brioche. I'm just so happy with that brioche section. Then we had something called Sassy Slips, I think it was called, which is this section here. So I did that in the week. I secured that drop stitch. I don't know what happened. And then I finished that section, and then I've moved on to this knit something is called. But it's a really unique construction because it's like brioche, but you basically knit a row. Did I tell you this? I've talked to someone about this. Did I tell you this earlier in the video, or did I tell? I don't know who I was telling. So if I've told you already, sorry. But you knit a row, and then you slide the stitches back to the end. So you knit a row in the colour B, the lighter colour. Slide the stitches back to the end and knit the row in colour D. Then you turn it around and work the wrong side in colour B, then in colour D. And it gives you this really funky stitch technique. And then we've got the border. And so they're going to get pinned out to make a spiky border. So, show you from a distance. It's bigger than I thought it was going to be as I was knitting it. But it is small-ish for the West knits. So it is unblocked because as it stands at the moment, like this isn't very spiky. It kind of curls in on itself. So I need to give that a block. So I'm going to do that. And I think I'm going to call this episode there. I don't know how long all the footage is. This could be a shorter one. But this was very much follow our weekend. So basically, all I've done all weekend is knit. So, if you are coming to the Unravel show next weekend, this video is going to go up on Monday. Unravel is Friday, Saturday, Sunday, 14th, 15th and 16th of February. I will definitely be there on Saturday. I need to talk to Mark about what our plan is for Sunday. They've just dropped... We're meant to have band all weekend. Oh, I can tell you this now as I'm telling everyone else. Band next weekend was meant to be sectional Saturday and sectional Sunday, then full band Sunday. They've now decided that we're not having sectionals on Saturday. We're just having full band 2 till 6 on Sunday. So I've said I won't be there at all because we're at Unravel.
So yeah, we're not going to be back.
No, but if you don't want to go into Unravel or you only want to pop in and say, stick your head round the door, I could go to like 4 till 6 or something. So I need to talk to you about that in a minute.
4 till 6, well.
I could go to band, because band is 2 till 6 on Sunday. So I could go, you don't need to see Mark and I's life admin. Basically, I will be there on Saturday all day. I will likely be there Sunday morning with Mark. So if you're coming to the show, stop us and say hi. I will have all of the shawls because I need to take my Wicked shawl because Nick still hasn't seen that yet from Cool Woolens. I will be taking my Exploration Station so that Anton can see it from the Raw Wool Company. And I feel like I'm not going to show it now because it's on the pins. And I did say I'd show you today. My Hyper Knit Along is still on the pins and it's now dark outside. So it's not going to be very good light to show it off. So those of you that I see it unravel will get to see it next weekend. If not, it'll be in next week's vlog. And I will show you my Hyber knit along. If you want to see it block in, go and check out Instagram. There's a reel. So yeah, as he's here, I need to say a huge thank you to Mark.
Why?
Yeah, why? He's now looking. Because I've really not done anything all weekend, basically. And I do pull my weight around the house.
You've done a lot of knitting.
Mostly. No, but that's what I mean. So I've done a lot of knitting this weekend. Like 8 hours yesterday, 6 or 7 hours today. It's been a lot. I've kind of got claw. I'm quite looking forward to going away for 3 days now and not knitting. Because I'm going to be busy with work. And I think my hands need a bit of a rest. I need to find a sock or something to take on the train just in case I'm a bit bored and I need early morning knitting. But yeah, a big thank you to Mark because we've had a really, really lazy weekend and he's fed me all weekend.
I always feed you.
I know you always feed me, but you fed me especially well this weekend. But also, like, I've offered to help and you're like, no, you don't need to do that. You just sit and knit. Because he knew that I was on a deadline and I wanted to finish this. So a big thank you to Mark for this weekend. Love you. That sounded really sarcastic then, and I really do. So it's been a wonderfully lazy weekend. I'm now going to go and give this a little wash. So I'll be back next week. I think next week's video will be an unravel roundup where I will show off the shawl. Mark and I are going Friday night after work. So we've got nice fancy hotel, the one we usually stay in, overlooking the airport. So I'll film behind the scenes all weekend, and then there'll be another one of these kind of follow our weekend video styles, but see what we get up to at Unravel. I've already seen some people's Instagram posts that are going to be at Unravel and seen some fibre, Mark.
Oh, really?
Well, I'm not, if I don't buy wool, I could buy fibre, can't I?
I thought there wasn't going to be any fibre.
Oh, no, not from the one person that I want. No, I've seen someone else's fibre.
Oh, right, okay.
So yeah, there will be some purchases, stash top-ups. So yes, that will be coming up next weekend. And yeah, thank you very much for being here. I said I'm not going to edit this until I'm on the train tomorrow. So I have no idea how much footage I've got or how long this video is going to be. We will see what happens when I start editing it together. But thank you so much for being here. I can't believe I've finished 2 shawls this week. But that just shows what happens when you don't really doom scroll that much. I've kind of wasted a few mornings. I've been awake really early. Work's been quite stressful. And like I woke up Thursday with a headache. More on that in the written blog if you want to see that tomorrow. That's the focus of that one. But I kind of doom scrolled a lot of my early mornings when I could have got up and knit. But I didn't. So that's something I want to try and correct throughout February. But from me and my brioche, thank you very much for being here. I hope that you've enjoyed this video. Give it a thumbs up if you liked it. It helps the videos reach and find new folks. And if you are, as I said at the beginning, a returning viewer, thank you so much for coming back and giving me a bit more of your time. And if you are a new viewer here, I hope that you've enjoyed this video. There's plenty of other videos there for you to go and watch and catch up. The January roundup was last week and shows all of the things I did in January. Thank you very much for being here. I really, really do appreciate all of you. So until we speak again, happy crafting.